Hello, my name is JODIE LYN-KEE-CHOW. I'm happy to present to you this new work called Unalterable Fate. It was a performance that was created on New Year's Day, January 1st, 2020, and it was a piece that came together quite quickly on the morning of January 1st, 2020, when Sam Lamprecht, the director of photography, approached us who were staying at Rosekill. That would be myself and Jill McDermott and Eric Hokinson, also the directors of Grace Exhibition Space. She came to the property and she wanted to shoot a series of drone videos. So based on that prompt, I quickly gathered some items together that Jill McDermott loaned me, and I decided to take this performance out on the ice. It came together quite quickly, as I said, but I've been sitting on this footage for about a year, toddling with it around May, June of 2020, and didn't really put it together until very recently. Anyway, it's dedicated to those who lost their lives in 2020 as a result of coronavirus and from natural causes, and I'm hoping that you enjoy it. Thank you.
The ceremonies of betrothal are of course deeply interwoven with superstitious observances. When children are thus engaged, a pair of fowls, a pair of ducks or geese, and a few pounds of vermicelli are sent by the brides to the bridegroom's family, who retain the male birds and return the hens. Widows who re-engage themselves are prohibited from wearing gaudy, that is, red, or other bright-colored skirts, and must confine themselves to black, white, or blue. A curious superstition also hinges in the case of betrothals put an end to by the death of the intended bride on shoes. The bridegroom goes to the house of mourning and asks for the last pair which she wore previous to death. These he takes home and burns incense to for a space of 2 years, believing that her spirit will be present, enticed thither by the shoes. In thus doing, he acknowledges her as his intended wife. As most readers will know, betrothals are managed by go-betweens who settle the match on behalf of the parents without consulting the principals. The first thing to be examined by the agent is the horoscope of the girl, in order to compare it with that of the future husband, and, if all preliminaries are happily arranged, certain articles and presents are interchanged, which are mostly intended to have a symbolical meaning. If any unlucky accident happens during the 3 days allotted for final consideration, the negotiation is broken off. If all be right, there are provided, in addition to the betrothment cards, 4 large needles and 2 red silk threads, and 2 of the former, threaded with one of the threads, are stuck into each card. The red thread is supposed to represent that with which the feet of all mortals are in the spirit world, tied to those who are fated to be husband and wife. In other words, it represents unalterable fate. A similar thread is used to tie together the cups out of which the bride and bridegroom drink.